What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justice. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget to like the video along with hitting the notification bell so every time that I drop a new video, you all can stay notified. And within this video, I'm going to be talking about the DJI Ronin S and just giving some quick specs about it and talking about is it still worth buying in 2021 overall, and just giving pretty much my opinion on the gimbal. So to dive into some specs about it, it can support about 7 pounds. So if you have any cameras that's pretty big like the 1DXs or even something small like the Canon Rebel series, you know, you should be pretty good as far as, you know, just the gimbal being able to support your camera for the most part. Even if you add like a heavier lens, like prime example, I got the Canon T7i, that's one of the Rebel series, and I got my Sigma R18-35 lens on there. And sometimes I even add my microphone on and it still carry the weight just fine and doesn't like do any like weird shaking or anything. The weight is really solid overall. 7 pounds is fairly heavy. Even if you don't have a heavy camera, you know, you should be fine as far as like adding attachments like monitors, like I'll say on your mic, or even like an extra handle on your gimbal. You should be fine with that. The dive into just the overall being, you know, portable. It's a very portable gimbal. You can break it down into 3 pieces. Like say if you're traveling or something, it should be fairly easy for you to travel with the gimbal. You shouldn't run into like any complications as far as traveling with it. And sometimes me personally, even when I'm going somewhere, like say if I'm going to like my local downtown area or any downtown areas within the state that I live in, I may just even strap that thing to the seat belt and, you know, put it in the back seat and just drive like that without breaking it down. So sometimes it comes with or not sometimes, but it comes with a strap that you can wrap around the motor so it doesn't sling around whenever you have it sitting around in the car or wherever you have it sitting around at the moment. So yeah, that little Velcro little strap is definitely coming to use in like certain scenarios. So yeah, that case is very, very portable in my opinion. It's also like a 3-axis gimbal, so it has 3 motors on there that you can balance within DJI app. That's really a solid feature that I think they made when creating the app, so that you can know if it's balanced correctly, or even just setting up the different modes that it have. It have 3 different modes that you can set. Like you can pretty much adjust them to your liking. And, you know, it has like a 360 roll little effect. It has like whether you want the modes to be fast or slow, and that's really helpful for like beginners in my opinion, because when I very first started I was using the more of the slower mode, so I could get pretty much used to using the gimbal overall. And I'm looking at my notes so I can make sure I'm staying on track. Oh yeah, the battery life. So me personally, when I'm using my gimbal, I don't really charge it often, just because when I'm using it, I always turn it off when I'm done. Or like say if I'm doing a quick video or a quick shot, I always turn it off after I get done and think of the next shot or whatever. So it's really cool that it doesn't die fast, because I haven't personally used any other gimbals, but me personally, the DJI Ronin S, it doesn't really die that fast on me, which is good. I don't really charge it often. Like I can't even really remember the last time I charged it, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's really solid for getting B-roll, especially when you're doing music videos. Like when I've done previous music videos, I got some really smooth shots with it versus doing handheld. I mean, you can really get some handheld footage too, some really nice handheld footage if you're more comfortable. But if you're not necessarily comfortable with it and you just want to use a gimbal, the Ronin S is really good for getting B-roll shots and just overall music videos in general. I think it's a really, really solid gimbal for doing music videos. You know, once you set it up and adjust it to your own liking, you know, you can get some really nice shots with it. And honestly, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I talked about everything. I talked about the portability, the weight. Oh, it's a one-handed gimbal, if anybody was curious. So it doesn't, I mean, it can require 2 hands if you know, well, it's pretty much a 2-handed gimbal, but one-handed, if that makes sense. So it doesn't, like I believe like the Ronin, I don't know, what's the one that causes 2 hands and you kind of have to hold it like that. I'm not even too sure what the name of that one is called. I think it's like the Ronin M. I may be wrong, but I believe it's called like the Ronin M. But I know they have the Ronin S too, that's new. And that one is really solid. Definitely a lot more portable than the Ronin S. Like you can even lock the motors on that one, so you don't have to constantly readjust it, which is cool. But the Ronin S is a really solid gimbal overall, man. It's fairly reasonable price now. I think it's around like $500. No, I honestly think it dropped. I think it may be like $400 or even maybe I don't know how much it costs. I haven't looked it up in a while. But I think that's gonna pretty much conclude this video, man. I hope y'all enjoy it. Make sure you like it, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and my name is Justice once again. I will catch you all in the next video. Hopefully you all stay safe and thinking positively, and peace out, guys.